Good morning, everybody. What's up? It's your boy Ornlu coming at you with another video. Sorry I wasn't able to stream yesterday, but we are back. And I don't think I missed that much. And literally, with 11 seconds to go, perfect timing. On Thursday, I do indeed. What the heck? I launched Capture Age, I say. There we go. Alright, let me set up the scoreboard here. This is HyperRandom 3. Group stage. Alrighty. Good morning and welcome. This is the first time I will be casting the actual like main event, I guess, of the Masters of HyperRandom tournament. It will feature in the blue as the Chinese to the south, Kapach, as kind of an odd looking map. Kind of Black Forest-ish. You start with a cart. It's not a trade cart, it's just a cart. Looks exactly like a trade cart, though, except it has the old trade cart movement speed. Meanwhile, to the north, in the yellow, as the Woo, it will be Viper. It's the Chinese versus definitely not also the Chinese. I got my oatmeal. I got my coffee. I am rip, roaring, raring, ready to go. So the pigs here have a little bit of extra food on it. Gold a little bit more than normal. Stone around double normal. So lots and lots of stone on this map. I mean, not as much as some versions of HyperRandom, but still a pretty solid amount. Not the cart! Our assassins are concealed in these trade carts. Oh, the pig! Yeah, you definitely don't want to lose your scouting unit there. It was a nomad start. Yeah, seems like Viper has access to plenty of food. 29 seconds idle time plus loom. This is like old Chinese, man, where you're only getting like a little bit of an early lead. Miss after leaving? Was it ACCM narrowly beating Andy? Good finals, though. Really good last game. Alright, so. Nothing else too crazy going on. As far as Chinese versus Wu, this map is going to be very open early on. But you can see that there's only one entrance with the monkeys. These are clearly chimpanzees or orangutans. Kind of colorblind, it's kind of hard to tell. And scale in AoE 2 is also a little messed up. Oh, somebody literally had to draw the artwork of this pixelated monkey butt. Or rather, great ape butt. Dang. So Viper's cart just running around here. What was I saying though? Yeah, it's Chinese versus Wu. I do like the flexibility of Chinese. And as the game goes on, I think they're just better anyway. But then again, I've just like never really been the biggest fan of the 3K civs. AoE 4? I haven't even touched AoE 4 since... I played AoE 4 for literally 3 months after release. I played AoE 4 probably, like, 4 times as much when I was just playing the alpha and beta, or like early testing stuff. And I just never touched it again, and I never had any desire to. Anyway, early wall's coming in here. Not really feasible to wall this whole center of the map right away. Working for everyone else? I mean, there just haven't been many messages yet. It is indeed a Viper! Why does the zoom feel slightly off? I feel like the elevation is super high, but it's like high for the entire map. Or something like that. Alright, Kapacha is still walling up. He took this food here in the middle with the deer. They didn't have as much food on them as normal. And Viper's going to be coming forward. Fix chat? What's up with chat? Chat looks normal to me. Okay, so Viper is indeed going to go with the Men-at-Arm rush, even if it is slightly delayed. Come on, Earthshaker. You have to account for me being dumb. Wait. Oh, you can hunt the monkeys. Oh, that's just wrong. We're not supposed to eat our ape brethren. Well, soon to be... Wait. Skirt! I mean, he sees the deer carcass. And Viper says, venison. Uh-oh. Sieur Bertrand has given up the goat already. Oh! Risky move there, but beautiful blocking from Kapacha does save the villager. Anyway, I got 3 Men-at-Arms, got Horse Collar on the way. Spamming. Nope, Atticus Finches. It's all Ogre for you. 2 messages in 5 minutes. SMH. Alright, Feudal Age is in, but you can see that Kapacha is still quite a ways off from Castle Age. I mean, his resources collected is ahead of Viper, but it's far from the most exciting early game for him. 4 villagers rushing up this archery range. Viper has Bit-Axe and Horse Collar. And food income's going to be a really big issue here. Because once... I guess that's a chonky water buffalo, but... Yeah, once these herdables go down, you have very little else in terms of food income, whereas Viper can continue to take some of the extra resources around the map. There's plenty of hunt to go around. And a random fox. Botch is at least getting his farming infrastructure going, though. Got archers out, spearmen. And, I mean, the Men-at-Arms are a hefty investment from Viper, and Kapacha is still ahead in resources on top of all that, so it's like, it's okay. The score looks very good for Viper. I guess it's just exploration. Oh, it's definitely exploration. Yeah. Oh, Viper with 69% exploration. Oh, yeah. Most humble person in the world? Sounds good, man. Great to hear. of your grand accomplishment. Another mill having to be made.
What is it there?
This is a woof-free room. There is no dog woofing allowed. Oatmeal, that's true. He's staring at me through my desk. Oh my goodness. I refuse to be barked at. I do not accept this as my fate. Alright, the corgi has now been given his oatmeal bowl. Meadow Sterling Bridge? Yeah, William Wallace. It's not really much of a battle, but hey, it's still there. Still referenced. Alright, so Viper is going all the way to get the scale mail armor upgrade. More often? Ah, well, Cassus, you seem to have screwed up. Noob! Alright, market's on the way, but, like, Viper's almost Castle Age, and this is what I was talking about. That the lack of food income from Kapach relative to Viper would probably be a huge issue. And you can see that played out right here. Like, Kapach is so far ahead, but it's all in wood collected, which is often, all too often not that mattered. Not that matter. I'm, very, very eloquent. But Age of... This one, Age of Empires 2. You know, the game, that's my job. I mean, Kapach is getting to Castle Age. We got the Monastery and Siege Workshop coming in. Remember, we have very good monks. At least in Castle Age. And I am ready for the Qian Swordsman to be both fun and interactive. Kapach is, I guess, hiding around the extremities of the map. Oh my goodness, the corgi loves his oatmeal spoon. I wish I was cute enough to get away with anything. Aren't Jians useless? I mean, they're basically Huskarls. They have pretty much all of the same unit interactions as Huskarls do, just a bit more extreme. They're still cheaper than a knight. Anyway, those villagers, those archers were found out by Kapach. Wait, can Viper trade? Oh, he's trying to trade, guys. He's trying to trade. Let me check in game. Yeah, it's just a cart. It's not a trade cart, so it's not able to generate any gold. That's cute. Anyway, random Alcatrazing, why not? Anyway, Kapach is here in Castle Age, but he is under so much pressure. He's got two stables literally at the edge of the map. Man, the person who has to feed the horses is going to be in for a real bad time. They literally have to go into the empty void of death just to get around into the stable. That's sad, man. Alright, knights are on the way, and they are still very good against the Qian Swordsman, but we already have the rocket cart coming in as well. But, I mean, right now you just have Kabach in so much trouble. Giants are going to pop out of the battering ram right there. Now, the Monk and Mangonel are both going to go down, so that is a very nice win for Kabach. Give me a little bit of dancing. Dancing, dancing, dancing. Okay, that's brilliant micro from Kabach. It's okay. That's really hard to argue with, guys. That was basically the perfect fight. Wow. It's like I went into that fight expecting Kabach to lose everything, and then he just completely out-microed Viper there. Old man still got it, guys. Picked apart all the siege weapons, used the mobility of his cavalry. He did have husbandry, which is a big help. And, of course, the GN swordsmen were not able to take the engagement. No, not the cart! Rip. Men of the Pike are on the way for Viper, but he's only just now adding in his second TC. And Kabach is still nominally ahead in resources. Even if it is mostly wood, it's still better than not being ahead in resources. Or is it nobility? In the case of knights, it's both. The nobility have that greater mobility. Of course, those Wu infantry units are still very good with the HP regeneration. Still have some of the better pikemen in Castle Age. But yeah, Kabach, really, really nice play so far, honestly. Look at that rocket cart hanging around. Rocket carts make for, like, good eye candy units. Just, like, leaving a rocket cart around to, like, show the siege weapons stuff that you're making. I've noticed that when I've been designing my little bases for AoE 2 videos. By the way, I've been working on my my history of AoE 2 civilizations video. I've got the script done, and I've got it recorded. Or I've got, like, half of it recorded. And, yeah, I really hope you guys like it. I'm really nervous about it, but, I'm gonna try and get that out maybe by the end of the weekend or Monday. I wasted life? Oh, man. Feels bad, man. And yes, infantry are put the infant in their mobility. Yeah, Viper might want to start thinking about stonewalling the middle of the map. He's otherwise not walled at all, and what you don't want to have to do right now as Viper is exactly this, where you're just running around your infantry trying to catch up to the cavalry, because that's usually not a recipe for grand success. And the knights are coming in, and they're going to buy Kabach a lot more time. Monks are coming out here from Viper. How many relics are on the map real quick? Looks like only 3 relics. He sees himself. Well, Kabach has done a really good job of buying himself time. And considering Kabach's resource lead, there's a lot of value to that. Now Kabach is actually back to being ahead in everything except stone. But Viper's zone eco is going to catch up here most likely. Unless Kabach can really get some good damage done. Viper's eco upgrades are also looking better and than his counterparts, although he doesn't have Bosaw for some reason. Mostly because Viper's a big noob. Alright, monks. Monk? Oh, come on, Viper. Oh, this man is addicted. I need to talk to Debbie. We need to start an intervention for Viper about his quick walling addiction. It's tearing his family apart. Anyway, 10 villagers killed here by Kabach over the course of the game. Really, really well done. 4th TC for Viper as well. I really think he's screwing up by not stonewalling the middle, though. And Viper doesn't like to stonewall, so... I'm afraid he'll have to get out of his comfort zone if he, I think, really wants to have the best shot in this game that he could. Hello, why don't you say hi? And remember, I think Wu should run into a gigantic brick wall as the game goes on. Like, I'm pretty sure Wu should be just straight up dreadful in the late game, but this is where Viper could be having a really nice opportunity. I gotta say, I just love the fact that it's random civs and HyperRandom. I mean, on top of getting, you know, not the same exact cookie-cutter maps, I just like that we see civ matchups that we just don't see constantly. Anyway, great usage there of the rocket cart, able to do 558 damage on that guy. Force Viper back. Viper still has a little bit of a score lead, but if we look at the actual game state, we really do have to favor Kapach's position. But Viper gonna come in here with the castle, and securing this central area of the map is still super important. And now Kapach is gonna have to panic because the fire archers are going to be on the case. And I think Viper got all 3 relics. Oh, I guess there's 4 relics, and Viper had it on standard victory. Oh my goodness, guys. Wait, the tournament doesn't have standard victory as a win condition, does it? This is a mistake, right? Oh, it's supposed to be standard. Oh, that's wild. That is super wild. Oh my goodness. Wow. Another castle coming in, guys. Okay, this literally changes the game on its head. Good old Red Cliffs tactics. Gotta get that dot. It's like I'm playing Borderlands 4 Vex, and I'm using my favorite bleed build. Gotta get that damage over time. Gotta get that dot. Alright. Knights are charging in, but this could be looking really grim for Kapach really quickly. Because not only did his Viper getting the relic victory, he got it early on. I mean, we're in, you know, mid-castle age, I guess late castle age at this point. And Furious. Fast and Furious the monkey boy, that's Viper. Hello, Hans. You are Mayans. After playing that 4 years ago, that is rough. You got that on a HyperRandom? Oof. But you know what? That's just HyperRandom, right? Sometimes things are imbalanced. That's just... It is what it is. And I think that if you just accept that, okay, sometimes you're going to get a game where you're at a huge disadvantage, it balances out in the, you know, on average. Guys, it's like the one situation where fire archers are good. In a castle war where you're too far away to petard. Oh my goodness. The legends have spoken of this situation. Also, these fire archers have collectively done 700 damage. This ram has done over double that. Literally, it's just... It's like when you have those little kiddie steering wheels on the car so that the kid can pretend it's driving. That's the fire archers here. It's like, we're taking down the castle! And it's like all the battering ram. Viper with literally 3 castles here and no stone walls against the knights. Like, this is literally just pure stubbornness. The situation's coming? I guess so. Man, this unit is so underwhelming. Meanwhile, knights are running around, and they're going to try and eject the relics. Remember, you do see as Kapach where the relics are, in case... For those of you who are not used to playing standard victory settings, you see where the relics are garrisoned. Honestly, it's a smart move, though, because Viper is going to try and repair the monastery to make sure the relics aren't ejected, but then that just leaves those villagers as easy pickings. Rolls wall middle, it's against Viper's own personal mantra. I mean, Viper takes some heavy losses here. Literally, Viper wins this game easily if he just stonewalls. It's actually that simple. Anyway, Murder Holes is going to be here in a moment. He still could easily win this game from the Relic victory. But I really would not favor Viper's position at all in this game if it wasn't standard victory. The monastery? Because if the monastery goes down, then Kapach just goes back to raiding your base, right? You want to force Kapach to be in this one area so that you can defend it. Another castle coming in. I mean, geez, Viper has been mining a ton of stone. Good walls there on the villagers. At least most of them are safe. I mean, Kapach has killed a ton of villagers this game. And still, the knights are, generally speaking, dying. Also, Viper never got Bowsaw because he's a noob. Like, straight out of Nubia, man. Alright. Yeah, there's no anti-siege damage. I think Fire Archers likely had siege damage at some point, but that was taken away. Because unless there's a team bonus I'm thinking about that gives archers bonus damage versus siege, which there really shouldn't be, the fact that they have 0 siege damage means likely, again, that they had siege damage at one point, and then that was removed for balance reasons. Treadmill Crane Viper's just like all the castles. And guys, if only there was a building that almost walled out enemy units. Could you guys imagine such a thing existing in Age of Empires 2? I don't think we could imagine such a thing. Cavalier and +4 defense coming in. Oh, now he's just going to quick gate the monastery? That's okay to wall? Hey, what's Kapach doing? Kapach is running in with a bunch of knights. Wait, why isn't he trebbing? Wait, what? I mean, I guess he's just worried about the snipe here. Like, the stupid thing is that Viper is still probably going to win this game. He's even got mass Nori. Literally 100% of the Nori. Of a house, yes. Maybe Kapach has this? This is pretty stupid. Nope, Viper still got it. Monastery's taken 3,500 damage. I mean, now we're... Dude, Viper, why is he just not stonewalling? Oh my goodness. Viper comically far ahead in the resources destroyed. Anyway, 38 years. Remember, 1 in-game year is 3 in-game seconds. So it's like a little more than a minute and a half. Onager cut? I still think that really gets you through those walls. Viper isn't even getting fortified wall, man. Yeah, I don't think he had time for Onager plus Treb. This is so silly. They don't? I thought they did. Oh, no, they don't. Bombard towers? Yep. Oh my god. This man. This man. Really? Oh my god. Devon just taps out before the relic victory can tick down. Oh my goodness. Viper takes game number 1, guys. Way behind in resources, behind in KD, behind in tech. Oh my goodness, guys. Viper mined a lot of stone and he built a lot of castles. He went with the full-on relic victory. He had, what, 8 castles? Yeah, 8 castles in total. That is just, oh boy. That sure is something. Alright. Oh, it's a fun one, guys. Next. Big stretch. Like a corgi. Well, let's hope that there's fun. Fun with it? Well, yeah, of course. That's what's frustrating. I've been casting Viper for a long, long time. Oh, 2 TC start map this time. With 2 imp skirms. Alright, alright. Honestly, this looks like a pretty standard map. Less gold than normal, but way more stone. Like, way more stone. Interesting. Well, Loom already coming in. Oh, no. So we'll have Gajaris here for Kapach. No, you do not get 4 forage bushes. You only get the 2. The map is fairly well, but like this looks a lot like how most double Arabia generations look like, which is usually like lots and lots of trees. It's a very, very standard looking land map. Oh, look at this gold, guys. You need to forage or chop your way to get to the gold. Number with snow? I don't think that has literally ever been the case. Not even in AOC. Oh, that's right. The Turk Imp skirms. Oh, it's ogre. It's all ogre, guys. Oh, thank you. Well, coffee's important. Watching Viper get a relic victory, which is not enabled in like every other tournament. Viper, I'll do it again. I like that meme. It's like with Goofy, right? With a really derpy face. I'll effing do it again. But guys, we need to know the relic count now. I think there's a lot on this map. 10 relics. Okay, Viper. Alright, you got your work cut out for you, my man. Also, this snow looks really weird. It's like super deep snow. It's like Illinois in November. Yep. Nah, it's not even anymore. Illinois is way warmer than it used to be. Should heavily favor Turks? I wouldn't say so. Oh my god, he's laming with an imp skirm. Oh man. Wouldn't Gujaras be the civ that's happier to play a high eco game? Damali Shiva Mahaja. Then Gujaras can better afford all their cavalry. Makes sense. To defend the monastery, that's very true. Oh my god, this man. This man. Anyway, Kapach is easily gonna win this. Honestly, it's kind of a disaster for Viper if Kapach wins this with both of his skirms still alive. Yep, we got Turk imp skirms. This is literally the only way Turks can get imp skirms unless you convert them from your opponent. Because even if you have a Vietnamese ally, you still can't research elite skirms, so Turks can't get imp skirms even with a Vietnamese ally. Why is this flashing? The dead polar bear. Odd. Well, as things stand, Dark Age is progressing for both players. Looks like everybody's got access to enough food to get to be getting on with. Botch could probably use another mill right there. Sheepless mill? Yeah, I don't actually think it's worth it in a 2TC start to put the sheep in the mill. And to be fair, that is definitely a bit of a detriment because the extra food that you generate from the sheep being in the mill is likely not enough to overcome the fact that you just need to keep all those mills working. In terms of one, I guess he wants to heal them up. Alright, there's the mill. The snow looks cool. It just looks very deep. Like very deep snow drifts. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what these guys go for here. Like I said, I do like for Gujaras having that higher eco so that you're able to afford cavalry that you get with the 2TC start. And remember, guys, when it comes to a 2TC start, basically, if you're wondering when you should click up to Feudal Age, just take your regular Feudal Age uptime that you planned on going for and just double it. So if you planned on clicking up on, you know, 21 villagers, just click up on 42 villagers. And that is going to give you a pretty darn good approximation most of the time. No, you don't get 2 extra. Or you only get 2 extra forage bushes, not 4 extra forage bushes. Just like how Chinese don't get, 6 extra villagers anymore. The only exception to that rule is Lithuanians, who get 200 extra food instead of 100 extra food. Kapach is still making vills. I mean, this is getting to be a lot of vills. I don't think Viper's gonna have any issue at all going for the fast castle. Again, Viper went up on what was essentially like 25 pop. I don't think they are, because they're generated after the map script generates. Same with the Inca llama. I mean, Viper is just going to be so much faster to Castle Age, guys.
Hazır.
Smack. Smack. Kapach wins, but now they don't have any skirmishers at all. What are you to do then? Alright, Kapach himself is looking to go for some stone, but I am, like, super not sold on this late uptime. Okay, now we got some walls coming in. But you're not able to team wall, so to say, with yourself. And yeah, Viper's coming forward. He'll easily be able to buy the remaining stone. Lame... What? There's a joke in there that I am too tired to get. Oh, gotta build the house! Make sure those villagers have proper housing while they're building the castle. It's what OSHA requires. Oh, but they don't even finish the house, SMH. Yeah, who could have ever said, Scout cavalry are poor fighters, but they can see a great distance? That's actually the Castle Age TC, even. I mean, this honestly just looks like Viper had a better build and better understanding of the 2 TC start. Now Viper's just gonna start taking his opponent's gold. He's got Bowsaw. I mean, this isn't an all-in or anything. Viper still has the 2 TCs humming along. He's on 66 vills. Now, Trabomsha Riders in general are very good against Janissaries because they have a slow fire rate. But that stable is right underneath the castle, and you have almost no food income right now. Castle, I mean, he has 7 vills on stone. He'll get there, but not right away. Now, it's true that Kapach can, as they say, launch a counterattack. Alright, defensive castle coming in. Bowsaw as well. Here they come. Definitely a bit of a nuisance for Viper. And this castle will protect these villagers at the very least. But Kapach is likely going to want to refresh those town centers. Yeah, Viper's going to click up to Imp in just a moment. Once he reached the feudal... I mean, it would have defended the only access to his town. Even though a watchtower is literally useless in that scenario because you get attacked by the militia, like, on your way up to feudal age, and then you never get attacked again. So the watchtower actually does nothing. But they do not. Well, that is the tragedy of the camel.
Namaste.
I mean, they just aren't a one-to-one replacement for knights. The closest is with Hindustanis because of the faster attack speed, so they actually have, at least okay DPS, especially against buildings.
Huh.
But it's not the same. Trying to TC here. I mean, Imp is coming in. Janissary numbers are slowly climbing. I miss Janissaries, man. They've been so replaced by Cav Archers, except in this exact situation. It's not like the raids are completely ineffective. I just am not, It feels like it's going to be a Pyrrhic victory in the context of the Imperial Age Turk player coming in here in just a moment. Also, now Viper's walling. Only now are you using stone walls? SMH, man. Siege Workshop's gonna be in. Not too sure what Kapacha's gonna be able to do here. He's even falling behind in resources despite his overall villager advantage. Pilgrims? Does it look like we have buckled hats? Well, Imp is in. 2 trebs and a bombard cannon queued up immediately for Viper. Alright, Kapacha's gonna try and come in here with a forward castle, though. He's not giving up. With the controversial hats. I think the game has enough pixels for players to see the difference. Merry way through the universe? I suppose you're right. Alright, Siege Workshop coming in here. Meanwhile, Bombard Cannon and Trebuchet are going to go to work on that castle of Kapach. Viper going to build another TC a little bit further back to help protect his economy. Can easily get another Bombard Cannon right there. And all of this is going to be under super heavy pressure. Is just wrong. I mean, they're supposed to have good Cav Archers and Hussars. It's just the Cav Archer Hussar play is better than the full gunpowder play these days. I mean, Turks have, even before Spahi, had fully upgraded Cav Archers, and Cav Archer Hussar was a legitimate way to play the Civ. To be fair, that's going to be a dead Bombard Cannon. It's a little bit of that S word for Viper, I must confess. Yeah. Oh, actually, that's your stone income that just ran out. Tragic. Rushing to Imp? Well, Kapacha is nowhere near Imp. If he cuts all unit production and just goes to Imp, he's going to lose in a war of attrition against Viper. So he would be guaranteed, basically, to lose all of his castles.
Is it?
We are past the time of the Imperial Age. Castle has already taken 15,000 HP worth of damage. Revamsha Rider numbers are climbing. Unfortunately, I don't think he ever got Kshatriyas. Alas, he did not. Heavy Camel coming in for Viper. Janissary Camel is actually a fairly common composition. And I guess you're going to buy a bit more time over here. But you still have that Bombard Cannon whacking away at the castle. After Imperial, the Omega Imperial. Now, after Imperial Age, you research the Discovery Age. It's the first age in Age of Empires 3. Husbandry coming in. I mean, again, Trevamshas are very, very good against the Janissary stuff. Again, in AoE3, it's all relative, man. But Imp in AoE3 is basically just like a win more thing. It doesn't actually give you anything other than just like super, super strong upgrades for your existing units. It doesn't unlock anything new. And you get those OP eco techs as well. I mean, they try and collect the relics, but there's a lot going on, and you oftentimes can't afford the resources, APM, or attention to picking up all the relics. I mean, Kapach still does have his castles alive, but we just have to wonder where he's actually going in this game. Oh, the Revolution stuff is way more fun than Imp. It's just usually bad. Is S-word worthy? Well, it's a very, very messy game for Kapach. You can't be too hard on him. But yes, it's obviously not ideal. You'd rather not have 50 villagers on wood right now. Yes, Trevamshas are not a unit Turks like dealing with whatsoever. Still. Yeah, I guess this is full walled. Well, heavy camels are better than Castle Age camels. Believe it or not. You have 4 bombard cannons here. The castle crumbles. And with it, likely Kapach's chances in this game. All those units go down. Viper has a very comfortable score lead. I mean, Kapach, he has a bunch of farms over here. He wishes he had even more, and also better eco upgrades if you're playing full Castle Age like this. I mean, Gurjars are one of the better full Castle Age civs with your armored elephants. If there's anything that Turks hate more than Trevamsha riders, it's shawarmas. Have you seen, I mean, how many poor shawarmas are destroyed in the lands of the former Ottoman Empire on a daily basis? Absolutely brutalized. Yep. 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 Odna! You don't need to replay the first Chronicles. No, they're going to be 2 separate things, almost certainly. Well, I mean, that's nice. That is definitely nice for Kapach, and the population counts are similar. But still. Missing achievements? Chronicles is fine. It actually does have fun writing.
Namaste.
Whoa! Really, this man, he's got issues. Oh, just before the bombard cannons came in. Oh, man. Anyway, Viper, 2-0. Yeah, this significant difference in uptime really, really made things a lot more difficult than it probably could have been for Kapach. It's just tough dealing with Turks like that. Those water missions. Yeah, it's been pretty good here for Viper so far. Remember, though, that we have multiple series today. It was not a perfectly played game from Viper at all, but it's not about playing perfect. It's about playing better than your opponent. And Viper has done that so far. Yeah, so Yo versus Vivi is after this, and then Lewis versus MBL is in a couple hours. So we'll jump into Yo versus Vivi once this series is done. Santa's? What? It's not even Halloween yet. I mean, we're in full Halloween mode still. I mean, they're literally starting right now, and it's not like it's a hidden lobby or anything, so I don't think so. Hello, Katween, what? Anyway, they're in the lobby. Hopefully we'll be able to get going in this in just a minute. But is not scheduled yet. That's like far away, man. We haven't even gotten through Saturday yet. Alrighty. Alright then. Bum, bum. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum, bum, bum. Alright. So, game number 3. Series life on the line here for Kapach. Now, I believe this is the first round. So, yeah. So, there is still a loser's bracket in case Kapach does end up losing this series. But still, we will have some water on this one. This is the only water map in the series so far. We'll have Vaipur in the yellow as the Bengalis to the west, who has been derping around a little bit. Actually, last game wasn't really that derpy in any way. But he's going to be Bengalis over here to the west, and to the east in the blue as the Ethiopians. It will be Kapach. Immediately looking at the gold and stone situation. Gold, maybe like 40-ish% more gold than normal. And stone is around almost 3 times. Remember, it's around 40,000 gold and around 8,000 stone for on a regular map. Oh, we have Yodit. Oh, guys, Kapach has Yodit. Oh, we get that IRL Civ bonus. Man, it feels bad to have Yodit as the Ethiopians campaign, man. When she's credited for, destroying Aksum. It's wild, man. But I don't know enough about Ethiopian history to provide an alternative character. But he had Ethiopians! Oh, you also... Wait, do you start with the heavy demo ship? Doesn't say that you started with the heavy demo ship. Is Princess Yodi to demolition ship? Oh, it all makes sense now, because she's blowing up the Aksumite Empire. What a map. I mean, yeah, it's a super imbalanced map. Oh, they did start with the demo. They just blew up instantly. Or something. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a very, very unfair map. Yes, that actually is a good re. Jokes aside. Alright, we're back in the lobby. Hopefully we'll be good to go here in just a moment. All right, 2 minutes, and we will be getting into attempt number 2 at game number 3. Jewish descent rather than Ethiopian Christian? Just undertones to it? I have no idea. It's not a part of history I'm very familiar with at all. Alrighty. This is almost kind of like map number 1. So, Viper's going to be in the yellow as the Mayans to the southeast, and to the northwest in the blue as the Berbers. It will be Kapach. Oh, guys, it's my favorite, Udyaditya Varman the First. The longest named hero. Yes, it's... I remember trying to pronounce this several times for the Surya Varman video, review video. Yes, it's Udyaditya Varman the First. I mean, it's just a king. It doesn't do anything. Also, you have a granary, which has the mill sound, but has a war galley as the icon. What? Yeah, it's the casual 7-syllable name. Anyway, again, goldstone check. Gold is actually very similar. And these are very similar to normal RM resources. Obviously, the distribution's a bit different. Is up War Galley? You could say that. So donjons don't shoot anything in the Dark Age, remember? And if you're wondering, hey, Ornlu, what do donjons do if you're not Sicilians? I want to say that you can train spearmen, but you cannot train your unique unit. So I think you can train spearmen and research the pikeman upgrade and halb upgrade, but I don't think you can do anything else. Yeah, granary. I don't know. Granaries are a really weird building. They've always been kind of buggy for some reason. Wait, what? Okay, Viper's got the whole animal kingdom. Wait, you have multiple Rees? Oh my goodness. What's so wrong with this one? Am I missing something? Like, what's so bad about this map? Yeah, no idea. Take 17! Was an adminry? Oh. I don't know what the issue was. Oh, we're back to a 2TC start map. Post-imp? Oh, wow. That's something. Alright, so, Viper is going to be the Yellow Saracens here to the west, and to the east in the blue as the Bohemians. It will be Kapach. Tournament. Or not tournament, but series life on the line. You start with 2 Hunnic horses! How thrilling. So, 2 TC start Saracens versus Bohemians. Both civs should be perfectly fine here. I will say that this map is more open than the other 2 TC start map. So, Oh, oysters. I do kind of like that bit more for Saracens because they have the far better mobility options. That said, Bohemians are still really, really strong to push with, especially if you have a semi-decent eco. Map tons and tons of gold and stone on it. Which is good for both civs. That said, a huge blob of Mamelukes is actually one of the very few things that can challenge Bohemians in the late game. I mean, Hofnitzer Halb can still work against it, but it's not, like, as amazing as it is against most civs. And again, it could be. There are worse things you could do. Although I think a castle shop in monks makes the most sense. Saracens are good. Like, they're at least viable everywhere. The thing with Saracens is that they're a civ that you kind of get out of them what you put into them. If you can utilize the market bonus effectively and play to their, you know, a bit more offbeat timings and potentially unit compositions, then you can kind of make them work anywhere. Yeah, on a map with 0 stone or gold, Saracens are actually one of the best civs because of the market. Just look at Forest Nothing. Saracens are literally the best civ on Forest Nothing. Yeah, like, there are a few civs that they're not, like, top tier anywhere, but they are at least pretty good almost everywhere. Like Saracens, Berbers, Byzantines, of course. I mean, yeah, they're just some good solid civs. Anyway, Viper did lose one of his Hunnic horses somewhere, but yeah. Top tier. I used to think that. Nowadays, I think there are more civs that eclipse them. I think Byzantines might be down to A tier. Especially now that you have Wu in the game and Dravidians. Like, Wu, Dravidians, Japanese, Persians all feel like probably the best civs. Lithuanians and Malay up there as well. Anyway, nothing too crazy happening so far. Pretty fast uptime for Viper. Remember, when it comes to your 2TC start builds, the good rule of thumb is just double the villager count you normally click up on. So half of 37 is like, what, 16 and a half? 18 and a half? Yeah, so this is still pretty fast. That said, he has got a lot of food income. And there are things that change the scale of it, like if you have multiple extra early food sources like this. With the bunny rabbits? The gigantic frickin' bunny rabbits. Taylor, what do those things have to do with each other? Also, guys, I think a government shutdown is going to hurt my chances of getting a job. Just saying. Are you guys all sabotaging my actual job getting chances so that I have to cast forever? Oh. I know Taylor Swift was saying that there was a new album coming out, or like people were saying that. I don't know if it's any good. Getting a job anyway feels Ornlu, man. Are they huge? I don't think they're that. I don't think that hairs are like, you know, over a meter long though. That feels like it would be quite excessive. Although yes, obviously larger than the bunnies that people keep. worse than usual. All I know is that the marketing of it was like Taylor trying to be all sexy smexy, which was a bit odd since that's not usually like her thing. Third TC and Feudal? Nope, they are just bad. Also, no Civ, except humans, can rebuild a TC once it's destroyed. Yeah, it really does kind of feel like that, you know? I mean, obviously, like, sex appeal pop stars has, like, literally always the thing. But it seems like that's even more important in the world of social media these days. K-pop? Yeah, it was Girls' Generation from my younger days. Kavanaugh? Is that the one from Monty Python? Anyway, Castle Edge is going to be in here. Both players going to go for Castle Drop. It's very common on a 2TC start map like this. But yeah, I've never really gotten into Twice, but they were just at Lollapalooza, and people seem to be very happy about them. I mean, I hear they're very good, but other than Blackpink, I don't generally listen to like this generation of K-pop. Mostly because I'm old. But I am a huge Blackpink fan. Laboob, I know Lisa was huge in it from Blackpink. I don't know if Twice did it as well. Well, it's a really... I mean, the castle's literally on a gigantic hill between the two TCs. Like, that's a great position for one, generally speaking. That said, this is a TC on the face, and the Hussite wagons are coming out.
Ano?
Yeah, long-term map control castle is a pretty darn Viper-esque castle. Nom. But the Hussite wagons are out. Luba thing? Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought, like, Lisa was huge with it. Well, redemption is on its way for Viper. He's probably going to want another monastery, though. But obviously his eco is quite messy. Second castle's already coming in. Free stone mining upgrades are pretty wild. Japanese English. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's funny. Well, Mamluks are out, and of course they have the mobility advantage over the Hussites. Also, feels bad, man, guys. Again, like I keep talking about, I'm working on the Origins of AoE 2 Civilizations video. And in the original Age of Kings pitch, which was included in the AoE 2 strategy guide, which is really cool, they have a bunch of, historical figures, literally all of which were added to the game by AOC except for Jan Hus. Feels bad, man. But I guess Jan Hus wasn't really a military leader. At least I don't think he was. Good monk control there. It's actually interesting dropping stuff on the floor, because a lot of the heroes that they were going to add to the game were added as scenario editor units, even if they weren't added to campaigns. Like Charlemagne, Harald Hardrada was in the game before AOC as a hero unit. The Black Prince, Alexander Nevsky, and Tamerlane, again, were all hero units even before they got campaigns or anything like that. Yes, I did. Unfortunately, most of the articles are like bug out like halfway through, but I give you a shout out in the video. I recorded the line yesterday. There you go, boom. You will live in immortality in one of my videos. Basically famous? Exactly. Alright, castle coming in! Still, the monk control has been very good so far from Kapach, and this castle is going to go up faster for him. 8 monks and counting. Now, Viper is closer to the Imperial Age. Kind of communist. More like clowninist. No, but there's a lot of really interesting stuff that you can dig up from the GameSpot interviews and from the AOC strategy guide, which I use. Besides, yes, I did know that. Good way to get better at the game? Probably not, because resources are worth different values, and it's the best way to learn the game is on any map that has more or less a standard set of starting resources. So, you know, 2 boar, 8 sheep, 3 to 4 deer, 5 forage bushes. But it does help you improve your adaptability, that's true. It depends on how far you are into the game. Like, if you're at the point when you've already mastered all the basics, then it's going to be super good, because learning adaptability is going to be one of the most important ways to improve your skill set. Like, especially if you're looking to actually get good and not just sort of hamster your way to victory by doing the same thing over and over again. But, like, it's, you know... It's a much better way to train if you're like a 1k to 1k, you know, 6 elo player than if you are less than 1k, if that makes sense. On hamsters? Yeah. What can I say? I'm so anti-hamster. Anyway, Viper is about to be an Imperial Age. Very few units have actually died this game, funnily enough. And there's another castle on its way. The phosphor types? That's true. I mean, hamsters are like the modern incarnation of the people who would literally only play Hun Wars and only play scouts into cav archers in Hun Wars. Pick a side? I don't know. I don't know what side I am.
Side. I am on nobody's side. Because nobody is on my side, little orcs.
Is HyperRandom Gen has? I have no idea. You would have to ask Zetnus. Alright, Heresy coming in. The clown side? I guess. I just like diversity. I like being able to do different things in different situations. Like, sometimes I go for a 3 TC boom, and sometimes I go for a 4 TC boom. Forget to make more? Yeah, there you go. Alright, castle number 1 is down, but you still have a lot of castles overall. That said, Kapach is not a huge villager count. But this is where it's going to get kind of awkward, right? Because the map is so open, the lack of mobility of Bohemians is going to become a real issue. Full Ornlu every game? Not every game. Funnily enough, I actually probably have a higher win rate going aggressive than I do, like, just playing full Ornlu. Up. With better strats? Yeah, that's probably it. Still, Viper is the one who is dictating the pace of the game. 4K to army to 1.1K. Six trebs right now for Viper, but the Mameluke numbers are going to be decreasing over time. I mean, yes, Heresy is in, but you're still losing the Mamelukes when they get converted. A lot of army? Yeah, that's true. I don't even know how I would characterize play at my level. It's just exactly what the pro players do, but worse. But I don't know if there are, like, any specific intricacies at my level relative to other levels. And then TTCs. Oh, no. I mean, pretty good monk control. But it seems like you're kind of running out of monks. And Kvatch is probably running out of hopes and dreams. Recent AoE video? Well, it's because didn't he collab with a bunch of super famous people? That's always going to be popular because you get their audience. The question is how many of those people actually consume other AoE content? Yeah, that really does seem to be the case, right? That all of the old school players just kind of get clobbered by Viper no matter what. Viper! Viper. Oh, that was a Tim Castle, guys. This guy is such a noob. Guys, remember when Skirms did bonus damage against Mamelukes? In the long, long ago time. Castle coming up here on the side. I mean, he still does have a lot of villagers. He's even ahead in population, which is wild. But it's obviously the army disadvantage being so significant that's a huge issue. Kind of surprised Viper isn't getting more relevant camel upgrades. Actually, Viper's macro is not very good, honestly. Got a lot of idols. Yes, Mamelukes feels too strong. I personally would like to see the cost of Elite Mameluke increased. It's the cheapest Elite upgrade alongside Elite Composite Bowman in terms of overall resources. That used to feel balanced because Saracens didn't have an eco, and still don't really have a big eco bonus. But they also had Zealotry, which used to be, what, 750 food, 800 gold? So it was like super, super expensive to get Mamelukes fully upgraded still. But now you get Zealotry for free. And so it just feels like it's way too cheap to get to Mamelukes. And these Mamelukes are still just Castle Age Mamelukes, so it's not like they're doing anything that wild. Although I do think that the Castle Age HP bonus for Saracens as well is too good. Anyway, Kvatch is hanging in here, guys. Viper's really dropped the ball with the macro, to be honest. Like, look at all this, man. What are you doing? Viper's, like, out of stuff. What the heck? Viper really is falling apart. Do anything? Yeah, it's usually any other infantry just get microed down. Okay, Mamluk production has resumed, but man, Viper's kind of fallen off the wagon. Yeah, Kapach has lost several vills, but he's kind of hanging in there. The issue for Kapach is that, well, he still is missing a lot of his important upgrades. Like, you're still unlikely to win a post-imp game as Bohemians without Wolfnitsa. They're very reliant on the unit, which, you know, is kind of how the Civ is designed. It's entirely fiction. Not entirely, but it's mostly fiction that these camels are being used as military units at all. Camels were used far less often than horses. A little bit right here. Yeah, the reason that camels did scare horses. Horses are naturally very skittish animals. So if they're smelling something large and unfamiliar, they're not going to be too happy about it. But it still was far more practical to use horses, who are far more durable on like an open field and not in a deserty situation. Like this iteration of the Mamluk is very, very much just stereotyping Middle Eastern people. Yeah, honestly, somewhat unimpressive here from Viper. It felt like if he just kept up with his macro, he would have been just fine. Yep, I mean, yeah, it just works well for game design, which is okay. And I actually talk about it in my video a fair bit, is that it gets lost so often that this is a video game that's supposed to be fun. And you just have to put in a lot of game design considerations. Anti-cav-cav? What? Elephants? Elephants were used about as much as camels in actual warfare, except in Southeast Asia. Oh, South and Southeast Asia. Anyway, Hussar is in. No, all in. There you go. How you AoE 2 properly. Okay, so now Viper's on 144 vills. This has been a very odd game. And we have like this two-fronted attack from Kapach, but Viper still has that huge mobility advantage, and he's now going to be going for elite skirmishers. I mean, remember that Viper did have almost complete map control before, and so for Kapach to win this game, he's having to take efficient fight after efficient fight. And you can see that the res destroyed is very similar, and Kapach has gathered way more. Are these Hussars enough? They're having everything except Blast Furnace in. Why is Kapach going light cav? Because he wants to be able to raid his opponent. But Viper still has a few castles, and honestly, mixing back in some Mamelukes might not be a bad idea, especially now that he has more cavalry upgrades. Hello, Gagrati. Okay, now pikeman upgrades are incoming, as you're realizing that you just aren't able to deal with all these Hussars. As Viper is on 66 farmers. Of course, his eco upgrades are terrible, for this point in the game, but, you know, it's been a weird one. AD from Viper is going to be climbing here again, and there we go. Handcart and Bowsaw and Heavy Plow all finally coming in. Not that it's good for Kapach, necessarily. Hyper now just getting all the upgrades, and yes, he has swapped back over to the Mameluke production. Oh, look at the double blacksmith here. Feels good, man. Got barracks coming in.
Ano.
Oh, the double blacksmith playing full force. Still, Viper does have a big pop lead. Archer armor coming in. Viper gonna have those fully upgraded skirmishers. Yeah, only one castle for Kapach. I mean, it's a good spot. It's on a hill and defends a decent chunk of his base. But the issue is that Viper just has such a significant mobility advantage here. This is what I said at the very beginning of the game. I mean, that's a good wall off, though, I guess. Hussar's gonna get the kill there. Oh, they're gonna get the other one as well? Yeah, they are. Oh, boy. Now you're down to 2 bombard cannons. You were, I think, 8 before. And although you have an army value lead still as Kapach, that doesn't feel like it's going to last all that longer. We have the Mariston and Blast Furnace both on the way. The Maristons are a great upgrade to pick up, just healing up your blob of units. Camel was very real. Also, 100,000 soldiers anywhere outside of China or India at that point in history is pretty laughable. That's like so obviously exaggerated. You get not even close to armies that big, like, again, anywhere outside of India or China. And even then, that would be like the entire army. Exaggeration riders? Yeah, exactly. Thumb ring coming in, I guess, for the skirmishers. African Dominion by Michael A. Gomez. Afraid I am not familiar with it. We are at almost 50 minutes into this game. Kapach is back up to a huge army value. He's got his Arbs, he's got his Halbs, he's got his Bombards. Although they still miss all their important upgrades, which is kind of rough. Yeah, there's obviously no way of knowing. Castle does stand for now. I mean, Viper can afford Elite Mameluke. And Skirms are attacking uphill. Although, again, it is still Skirms versus Hal Barb. I mean, Kapach still does have the numbers lead. Viper's reinforcements are honestly not looking all that impressive. but the castle stands for now, and it is, like, missing all of your important siege upgrades is really painful for Kapach. He does get the castle down, but Viper still has a ton of stone. He's actually just going to build another one here to the southeast. There we go. You know, I was saying that Kapach needs those important siege upgrades, but Hofnitz is still one of the slowest researching upgrades in the game, with good reason. And you have to withstand Viper's onslaught. He just rebuilds the castle a couple tiles back. And you still don't even have all your eco upgrades as Kapach, which again is just wild to me in a 52-minute game. Hoarding's coming in as well for Viper. And still no Elite Mameluke. Now, gold situation on the map, you still have 42,000 gold and 30,000 stone, so, I mean, the map just has a ton of resources on it. And remember, the villagers can take from the oysters. Although it's, I guess, to be fair, it is hard, or if not impossible, to access a lot of the gold. Oh, here we go. Gets the kill on that castle. There's Elite Mameluke on the way. Hofnitz is now in, but you only have one. And you have no castle left as Kapach. You can't even research. He doesn't even have conscription. What the heck? This long? No. This game just happens to be a long one. I don't think HyperRandom games are any longer or shorter on average than other map types. Yeah, not having conscription, I mean, or handcart, I mean, just missing so many upgrades as Kapach. You're basically out of stone at this point. I mean, there's still a little under 3,000 stone left on the map, but I'm not sure where it is. Okay. No, you actually do have enough stone there, Becky. You really should be mining some still. It lasted a few minutes. Rip. Ripperino. Now Kapach has a very idle eco. Both players are near 200 population, and the army value is technically still higher for Kapach. But if we just sort of look at how this game is going to be going over the next few minutes, we really just have to give Viper a huge lead, and he's taken a nice score lead at this point as well. Yeah, I mean, oftentimes you can just get to, like, super powerful army compositions because the maps, generally speaking, have more resources. Shot Laudel? Oh, rip. Kapach gonna lose even more vills. Obviously, the villager kill discrepancy is so heavily in favor of Viper. But yeah, now Mameluke numbers are gonna likely start to climb again. Converting stables. As if Bohemians didn't have enough cavalry issues. Man, remember when the Bohemian army in Genghis Khan 5 was scary? And then at first they gave you a way higher pop limit. You got, what, 125 pop limit? And they didn't make the Bohemian army any bigger. And then they changed the civ from Teutons to Bohemians. And now it's like a Bohemian player with a bunch of mediocre siege, and fake paladins and champions. Feels bad, man. Another castle coming in here from Viper. On a timer now? Yeah, I guess. Halb, Skirms, and Hofnitz, so that's so anachronistic. Oh, Crab's coming around here to the west again. You literally just have 2 TCs even at this point, so it's difficult to replenish lost villagers in the first place. A trash war? I mean, no, this game has been, it's been weird. It's been a weird game, but it's been fine. I'm not complaining. And I complain about everything. Trying to get some Hofnitsa out. Viper trying to make room for another castle. Captram coming in. That last relic has been ejected there from Kapach as well, so that's also pretty rough. What finally used for Kapach's skirms? Oh man. Red Milk Crane coming in. Oh, even snipes a Hofnitsa there. I mean, again, you don't even have siege engineers. Or Wagenborg tactics. You're camping this hill, but you don't even have that many villagers here to protect. Crash? Oh yeah, it's different. It's refreshing. I enjoyed the tournament settings a lot here, actually. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Elite Cannon Galleon. Viper's literally just getting all the upgrades, man. Oh no. So toxic. Guys, do you think Viper learned from the ACCM school of toxic AoE 2 gameplay?
What?
Oh my goodness. As you can't sustain late game armies for long, I think that the balance still works out pretty well though. It puts you on a clock. It also makes map control super important. Yep, Viper went straight down Warg Alley. Hutch trying to add more TC. There we go. GGGL. Viper with the 3-0 sweep, continuing to dominate lots of the old school players. And there we go. Viper gets the W, and will be taking the first series of the day. Everything these days? Yeah. All right, so Yo is up 1-0 over Vivi. Let me update the stream title. They're 18 minutes into game number 2, so obviously we just kind of need to jump on over. Morg Alley greater than Diagon Alley. All right. This map sure looks a lot like Arabia. Oh man. Okay, it's Arabia, but with like 25% more gold and like 50% more stone. Anyway, I need to take a quick break. Also, you start with a Castle Age Eagle Warrior. Be right back. I return. Yeah, Yo is up 1-0. Yeah, sorry, had to... Yep. Yeah, Vivi, like, never wins against Yo. I don't know why, but it's usually the case where within national communities, there's, like, one player that beats everyone else. It's like Yo versus the Chinese players, backed, and then ACCM versus the Vietnamese players, Finch versus the Russian players, Dogao versus the Brazilian players. Oh, you mean Vivi got herbal medicine, dude? Yeah, Vivi looks pretty bad, and rather, he looks to be in a bad spot. Slight Vil lead. Resources collected still a little bit in favor of Yo, though, and Yo is making the almighty skirmisher. Yo's eco? Well, Yo's only lost 9 Vils. Wait, what? Hold on. How does Yo have more villagers killed than V... Or how does Vivi have more Vils killed than Yo has lost? I guess they got converted? House wall? House wall? I don't see anything too crazy of a house wall. Oh, yeah, Mangonel killing its own. Duh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Nicely done. AoE in China is pretty big. It's probably the biggest in any country except maybe Germany or Argentina. I mean, that's not a bad fight. I mean, you do clean up everything there, Bios, but that's expensive for Vivi. But AoE numbers always are very opaque, especially when it comes to China. Well, more eco upgrades at least are coming in here for Vivi. Yo has a very healthy score lead, though. He's getting some more cavalry upgrades, and the cavalry are going to be very strong. 4 relics again. It's nice for Vivi, but I'm quite worried for him going forward. China? Well, the reason Red Bull does them in Europe is because that's where they're located. I mean, we're literally having a LAN in China later this month. Besides, they want to do the whole castle thing. But I have no idea how the economics of AoE2 LAN events works in the first place, even though I've worked a bunch of them. Compared to Europe? Who knows? Second place at the LAN? I don't know, one of Yo, Viper, or Leary. My predictions are very boring. Alright, Vivi does click up. But +4 defense is huge. Well, I mean, you get 5 melee armor now. But that's still a lot of Ratha. Yeah, I think that there is a probably 90+% chance Hera takes first place. Okay, so yes, but he has a winner's mentality, right? He will just make that final win happen. But yes, Hera is still pushed at lands. but he's just always come out on top recently. And the thing is that Hera's gotten even further ahead rather than the opposite. Just because Hera's grinding AoE more than literally any other player. There was a time when I think Leary probably could have matched Hera, but I think at this point Leary actually just might have too much of a mental block against Hera. Who got second placed at the Garrison? I literally don't remember. In title? Wait, is it? Oh, it's Dave underscore AoE. Oh, it's like me. Whoops. Yeah, T West has T West AoE without the underscore. Dave has Dave with the underscore. Okay, Elite Ratha coming in. I mean, again, Vivi is doing yeoman's work to keep this game alive. Yeah, AoE is, like, very far from the most popular game in China. That would probably be, you know, Genshin. Never underestimate the power of gacha games. Especially in Asia. Alright, Elite Battle Elephant coming in here for Yo. Underscore, but no, is that the case, Goofy? Pikes is in as well. I mean, Rathas are insane, man. Oh, but we got Donald Tusk swords. Oh, we're about to go full EU in this game. Yeah, I don't think that's the case at all. Yeah, trample damage is huge. But yeah, fully upgraded battle elephants now in for Yo. They will witness the power of this fully operational battle elephant. Look at 1.09 movement speed. Guys, that's about the same speed as a spearman with squires. Like, these elephants are not slow. But yeah, that's it. Yo generally does not lose against Vivi. Joke, nope, no one's made it yet. Congratulations, you win your award, Gagrati. Alright, this next game, or at least this series, needs to last 55 minutes. Oh, whoops, let's update this. Oh wow, Dave's at almost 2K viewers. That's impressive. Good for him. Getting some something out of the tournament he decided to host at the last minute. be that guy. I don't think Sebastian puts in the time that the other guys do. I think Sebastian does other things with his life. Gambling? I think that it's a huge mistake, but I'm also very anti-gambling. In that, I think that, yes, you can do it responsibly. It's just, it's marketed in a way that it's not for responsible people. Or it's, yeah, you know what I mean. Someone breaking in the top 4 in like the last 6-7 years? Yeah. Yeah, the sports betting stuff I think is very much not good. By the way, we're 44 seconds away from the next one. Sebastian's gonna be in the China land, right? Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, nobody could live off of their AoE winnings unless they live in a cheap country. Except for exactly Hera, who lives in both a cheap country and takes up most of the tournament winnings right now. Like, I doubt even Viper could support his family with his tournament winnings alone. No, Hera's dominance came from, like, what really accelerated him, actually, I think was in part the move of Viper and T90 to Facebook, right? Because, I mean, at that point, Hera was just streaming constantly, playing the game constantly. Probably actually had a lot to do with it. Anyway, here we are, game number 3, Yo versus Vivi. Look at these fair Age of Kings civs. Look at this, man. Yo's gonna be in the blue as the Celts to the north, and Vivi in the red as the Franks to the south. Anyway, like 50% more stone than normal, and like 15k more gold than normal. Still not the majority? Yeah, I think that, especially the way that it's targeted towards young men, sports betting is like not great. Oh, they start with the shot Lottle Warrior. There you go. It's literally a knight, guys. Yes, because if there's something I want more of an AoE, it's sports washing. That's what this game needs. He said, well, when one of the first major tournaments, he remembers watching all the way through his War is Coming, which was sponsored by an Emirati oil mogul. Yep. That's rough. Yikes. Oh no. That's interesting, right? Because if you look at the marketing, that is, for any sport, that's heavily, heavily biased towards young men. Yeah, this is really bad for Yo. Like, really, really bad. He still doesn't know where his opponent is, because Shotlottles... You know, remember, Shotlottles are literally reskinned Knights. So, they have the same terrible line of sight. Except because Vivi is Frank's guys, he doesn't get to make use of the Frank team bonus, because Shotlottles aren't exactly Knights. I mean, especially considering how popular sports are with young men. Like, I guess you can try and wall in. I guess. Yeah, the Bills deal 1 damage. A good quick wall there, I guess. Oh, Yo also got housed on top of everything else, man. This is such a debacle. Debacle's a great word. It should be used at every possible opportunity.
Okay.
Well, 2-vil lead right now for Vivi. And that's with... Oh, 2+ vil lead. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Vivi's doing great with the Shotlotl Warrior. Debacle. Yeah, this game should be over, honestly. This is kind of foolish, though. What? You can trap with 1 vil? I was gonna lose another one, no! That one might also go down. 2, 1, dead. Oh, not in line of sight. Or within range, rather. This is a lot of gold here, man. And of course, once some spearmen come out, then the Shotlotl doesn't really do anything. Oh yeah, wasn't Vivi the guy who beat Dogao with the starting Shotlotl Warrior? Oh, like, again, this game should basically be over. Yeah, still need to be careful there. I'm just sad that we're getting spoiled of a good Civ matchup. Archery range coming in. Of course, the Spearman will be out very shortly, and then that'll likely do enough to keep the Shotlotl away, especially 2 Spearmen. Double Bit Axe coming in. Of course, you get free Horse Collar as the Franks. There's literally no difference. Although, actually, as soon as you get Feudal Age, they'll get Bloodlines for free, essentially. Because remember, the Frank bonuses specifically started in Feudal, or starting in Feudal Age. Guys, Yo is clicking up! Yay! Now Vivi hasn't actually made a proper switch over into the farming yet. There's just that llama left with exactly one more food than normal. And Yo is at least going to be fully walled. There seems to be a decent amount of hunt here at the back. A little bit more food on these ibex than normal. Not a stone in the middle of the map as well. Anyway, units coming forward. Still gonna be kind of a mess to get to Castle Age, though. Alright, there's an archery range coming in for Yo. And likely a blacksmith somewhere. Anyway, at this point, Vivi's at least now getting his food eco down. But Lottle's on 7 HP, so even villagers can fend them off now. Alright, there's the blacksmith. I mean, Yo will get a faster Castle Age. Actually, no, he won't. He doesn't have any gold income yet, nor is he building a market. Oh, no. Poor guy. Rough one. Vivi's gonna get himself full walled here in just a moment. There is a hole there. Hopefully, Vivi knows about it. There is the blacksmith. Honestly, at this point, Vivi might even be up to Castle Age faster. No. Yo, in theory, has the same relics available to him. If Yo walled in this direction, it would look very much the same. It's just Yo happened to start closer to the corner of the map. Or I guess closer to this little edge area of the map, so he has an easier early game wall, but Vivi will have more surface area fully walled once completed. Also, Yo's able to take this hunt in the middle of the map, which is nifty for him. Did I say Yo is able to... Vivi's able to take the extra hunt in the middle of the map, which is nifty for him. Wow, these archers are just letting the spearmen get mauled by a wolf. This spearman clear... Oh, only once the spearman died. Wow, that spearman, man, must have done something really, really bad to those archers. Feels bad, man. Vivi. Now, I know I like to throw around the phrase, big noob. But, I don't know if you need to wall this area. Horse girls? Oh, no. Are they all part of the Umamasame roster? Alright, Sable coming in now for Vivi. Of course, going to be going for some Knight Arenos as the Franks. Yo, just now getting a horse collar. Is already seeded a bunch of farms, though. Yeah, there isn't any other extra hunt in the back of his map. I guess Vivi was able to take an extra fox there. Funnily enough, Yo does have the score lead right now. Looks like the Shotloddle will finally meet its demise. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. Oh, there we go. Anyway, Vivi's up to Castle Age. I have no idea what Yo is going to be able to do here. Bodkin and Crossbow are on the way. Random Scout Cavalry from before. Probably a few knights behind this. Oh, yeah, Yo is trying to go forward as well. But Vivi's going to sniff that out. Like a bloodhound.
Kia.
Oh. Bodkin and Eastgrim coming in. Yo is going to try and add a second TC. I mean, realistically, Yo could be in a worse spot. He's only behind by 100 resources. Now, he has very little map control, and there really aren't that many resources safe in his base. I mean, you have a lot of gold, but no stone, and this gold is also fairly exposed. I mean, it shows a degree of confidence from Yo, for sure. I mean, if we're talking about a game going late as well, with a bit more gold than normal, I think I might like Frank's a bit more. I mean, both these civs certainly do have very strong late game units they can use. Franks have heavy cavalry. Even a giant blob with throwing axemen can be really good. Bombard cannons, hand cannoneers. Of course, Celts have Woad Raiders, speedy halbs, and strong siege. So, I mean, you have options as both civs. Yeah, Vivi did wall off his safe space. This is what we call a Leary wall. Not that Leary was the first player to do it, but he did it like twice, 2 games in a row in a tournament several years ago. And it was very funny. Well, gotta be careful here as Yo. He does have his almighty skirmisher out. Monks are out, gonna try and go after the knights. And the skirms are gonna have that +2 defense, and Yo is on more TCs than his opponent, although Vivi minimizing his idle time. Sort of. There we go. Sure, why not? And lots of stone in the middle. Franks, of course, have the cheap castles, and the Celts have strongholds! Oh, man. Strongholds actually isn't even that bad. It makes fighting under castles against Celt infantry really tough. Oh, yeah, I was going to try and gun for the relic here. No, you can't do that. We have Husbando coming in.
Okay, boy.
Sanctity, Siege Workshop here. Well. Oh, this could be good here for Vivi. Yo with the pre-split there. You pre-split like TSA pre-check. You guys have that in other countries? It's not like American airport security is any worse than any other country I've been to. But in America, you can literally buy pre-check, which is, like, pretty funny. You just monetize airport security. Whoa! Forward TC for Vivi. Interesting. Still, you're going to be going up against Kelp Mangoes. From Disneyland? Well, yeah. Was Disneyland first with the Fast Pass, or was Six Flags? Maybe Cedar Rapids. Not Cedar Rapids. Cedar Point. Cedar Rapids is a city in Iowa. Or, I say city very liberally. had carts? You had a cart? Got 2 mangonels with a 3rd one on the way. And Yo is not full walled anymore. Knights are gonna loop their way around here. Got some pikemen. I mean, you have pikemen the upgrade in, but you have very few actual units on the field. Confederate flag? Oh, you betcha! You bet it is! I'm literally from a far suburb. Oh, speaking of far suburbs, I think a girl ghosted me because I had to admit that I lived with my parents. That's a fun one. Because she's like, oh, why do you live in such a far suburb? Because I'm talking about driving down to the city to meet her. And I'm like, well, I'm living with my parents so that I can save money on housing while I work my stay-at-home job. Which I think is about the best way I could possibly phrase my current living situation. Oh my god, that was insane for Yo. Holy cow, 3 for 1. And then it's just like, nope. Oh, it's putting it very generously. Okay, is this good enough for Yo? He's still behind a lot in terms of eco, but that was a pretty amazing fight. Yeah. Yeah, seriously, I thought... Guys, normally losing 3 villagers in Dark Age is a great way to auto-lose a game. But Yo is taking all the good fights. But yeah, guys, it's the wombo combo of either I live with my parents or I do YouTube and Twitch for a living. That is like the absolute speedrun way to get ghosted on dating apps. YouTube with my man. The high exposure games like LoL or Fortnite. I feel like I would just be terrible at it. I'm sure I'd be even less successful than I am in AoE. Not that I'm unsuccessful in AoE. So I'm at my parents' house? No. Nope. I always go to them. One, it shows a little bit of initiative on my part. And 2, much easier if I go to them, so as there are like way more things to do, as almost all of my dates are in Chicago itself. Anyway, castle is coming in. I think that might be just enough pikemen. With those 2 extra pikemen coming in, guys, I think it's enough. Another castle coming in for Vivi, and he is still faster up to Imp. Nice drive. It's like an hour drive each way. Same to Milwaukee. Yep, some Celt Rams are certainly a possibility. Brewers in a few hours? Oh boy. I mean, they're both in the playoffs, right? But I was more of a White Sox fan when I was a kid. Because I was being contrarian to all of the Cubs fans around me. Anyway, some throwing axe manure coming in. Not a bad idea against the trash units of Yo. Versus the Brewers. Ah, okay. MLB. Oh, so they're like the last seed versus the top seed.
Kia.
Whoa! Hey there, Vivi! How bad is Metra? Pretty terrible. It's not that expensive, but it's just kind of slow and doesn't get you many places. I mean, the thing is, Chicago's so sprawled out that without, like, a super good rail system to get to the suburbs, that, like, interconnect all the suburbs, it's kind of pointless. Yeah, I mean, again, this is a game that Vivi should have won easily after 3 villager kills in Dark Age. LA? I mean, Chicago does at least have nominal public transportation. I mean, it does have the L. As LA is even larger and more sprawling than Chicago is. Actually, I don't know if it's more sprawling. Than any other, yeah. Well, Yo, I think, is saving up for Elite Woad Raider as soon as he hits Imp, but it's going to be tough because his castles are already under heavy siege. Cities? Well, the Sunbelt cities are all newer than the upper Midwest or East Coast cities. I mean, in general, the East Coast cities became, you know, cities in the 1700s, the upper Midwest cities in the 1800s, and the West Coast cities in the 1900s. The Southeast is a little bit different because, in general, a lot of those places are, you know, were part of America for a very long time, but have only in recent years really started to become more urbanized as people have gone there because it's cheap. If it really wanted to. It just never ends. Alright, hand cannoneers here for Vivi. Oh god, Yo's going Celt Crossbowman. Oh no. Tell me you hit rock bottom without saying you hit rock bottom. Trebs are trebbin'. Wasn't part of Illinois? Well, the thing with Illinois is that it's a big state. It's like, what, 8+ hours to drive from north to south in Illinois? But almost all of the population is in the Northeast. Okay, well, he is just going skirmishers right now. Well, I mean, East Coast sprawl is a little bit different because it's kind of one continuous metro area, more or less, from, you know, Boston to Washington. But it's like a lot of, like, medium-sized towns in between, you know, the big ones. Siege engineers coming in here from Vivi. Are conservatives? Yeah, I mean, it's classic big liberal city, very conservative every other part of the state. I mean, everywhere outside of Chicago is rural in Illinois. But Chicago is still where almost all the people live and where almost all of the economic... Well, it's where almost all of the economic activity happens and where a majority of the people live. Yeah, it's something like that. But of course, those 9 counties represent probably like 80% of the population. Are not Americans? Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. Dirt doesn't... I'm sure there are plenty of people who wish that Dirt voted. Oh yeah, didn't Trump himself claim that, oh, we won the election by so many counties? As if counties represented numbers of people. So I think Trump literally was claiming that land votes or something like that. 50K people, yeah. How many people live in my county, Lake County? $718,000 people live in my county. Anyway, Vivi does get the win there. It was less clear, probably, than Vivi would like, but he still had the huge advantage in the imp timing, and that really is enough to seal the deal. The mole people, those freaking mole people, man, they're everywhere. National parks voted for Trump. All right, so hopefully we get one more game here, as, again, the final series of the day is going to be Lewis versus MBL, which should be funny at the very least. If impossible, it's something that he could have done. I don't hate Vivi's approach of just getting more ahead economically, though. Like, that's exactly what Hera would do in that situation, and then we'd say, oh, Hera's just making sure he wins the game. It's just Yo is so good at making, you know, those comebacks happen that it looked closer than it really was. Well, I mean, India has, like, what, 4 times the population of the United States? Also, the population in India is pretty evenly distributed across the entire country. I mean, in terms of land, India is pretty big as well. I mean, it's one of the biggest. But, again, it's got like a very even population distribution in a way that most countries don't, actually, where everything is super concentrated in a few cities, and then there's like a bunch of empty space in between. I mean, obviously there's nothing to talk about when it comes to the mapper civs. It's the same map, random civs. Orgy. Australia? Yeah. Arable land. India's the largest country in the world. Is it? I guess that would make sense. All right, minute 45, and we will be getting into game number 4. Arabia? I think that all the other countries on the Arabian Peninsula would object to that. The UAE plate. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, I mean, Alaska's huge. Okay, so this is basically a variant of Team Islands with more land than Team Islands. Qualify too, indeed. So we're starting with the Faderia here. Yo's gonna be in the blue as the Koreans to the west, and to the east in the red as the Cumans, it will be Vivi. They start with the siege tower. I don't know, guys. In May? Oh yes, Alaska is very beautiful. Rugged, obviously, but beautiful. Samurai Siege Tower, that'd be surprising considering neither of these civs get samurai. So yeah, which civs benefits from having a Faderia more? Koreans who have no eco bonus, or at least no important eco bonus, or Cumans who have an incredibly powerful eco bonus? I actually don't know. Can the Faderia help get the Cumans even further ahead than they otherwise would be, or does it sort of close the gap? It's over? Is that going to be the case? I really don't know. I mean, you also have the fishing ship angle. I mean, at the very least, though, it's still like a water map, and you're humans versus Koreans, so that's also pretty rough. Oh, whoops, my bad. Yeah, Vivi did take the last game. Granted, there isn't that much water, so you can there's still a ton of space to build stuff up on land. Oh, that poor bear is walled in. And so is that wolf. Yeah, isn't the read before 4 minutes? But I did change it, Andorral. Come on. Anyway, Vivi is a fishing ship ahead. Yeah, this is like a situation that I don't really know how to analyze because I've never seen it before. That's the fun with HyperRandom, is you get stuff like this, where I get to just enjoy seeing whatever the heck we're gonna see as much as you guys do.
Get your next order of kimchi.
Thanks, Manister Esquire. The 35 months. Welcome back to the Wolf Pack. Anyway, Feudal Age uptimes are the same, and I mean, basically, it's no different here, really, than it would be normally. You're still clicking up on, I mean, if anything, a population later as Vivi. Doc coming forward here as well. Wait a minute, why is he not going 2 TCs? What? Well, I mean, obviously the Korean Navy is, like, comically better than the Cuban Navy. On land, obviously, it just is going to be the whole dynamic of the Korean army being more cost-efficient and the Cuban army being much faster and more population. I mean, it depends. The Korean army can either be cost-efficient or population-efficient. Neither of them are mobile, though, and Cumans are, like, the most mobile civ militarily. Meow, it's the fox. What does the fox say? Anyway, Yo's going FC. Vivi's not adding in a second TC, so like literally he's not using any Civ bonus right now. Okay, but he's gonna get a cheaper archery range. The Faderia? I mean, that's extremely expensive. By the time you get a ram out, your opponent's already gonna almost beat a castle age and can go for a rocket cart. Whereas if I didn't watch any AoE2 at all yesterday. I was away most of the day. Well, I mean, I was away or I was working on my my History of Civilizations video. Range number 2 rather coming in. Blacksmith at home. Playing Borderlands 4? Yep, that's the other thing I did.
What?
Without knowing the song at all. Oh my goodness. That song was like the whole jam in 2014 or something.
Tile?
On Discard? Oh, absolutely.
모르가나스? 사람.
I'm not pretending otherwise. I was AFK for a while, and I also played Borderlands, and I also worked a ton on my, my YouTube video. Yeah, being in high school when it came out, not the best time. Alright. He's gonna ram it up. Do I think this is good? No, I don't.
What?
Tokyo Hotel? Do I remember Tokyo Hotel? Maybe I was too young for that. The ding ding sound. Oh, that's funny. Well, remember, Fatorias don't have that much health. Sorry, Fatorias. Don't want Masmora to rage at me for my improper Portuguese. Guard Tower gets a lot of damage in on those archers. I don't know why the Siege Tower isn't here as well. Villagers should be able to jump in and out of that. Vivi is slightly ahead in resources. It's 6 fishing ships to 4, though. And there's 1 fire galley for Yo. It hasn't really done all that much, though. Oh, it's the Fire Lancer. Fire Lancering it up. Anyway, the Rams are going to be able to destroy the Faderia. And that will be a nice win for Vivi. Remember, the Faderia represents around 9 villagers worth of income. Now, this is a huge investment to kill 9 villagers, right? So it's... But it's also all the resources here that are being used to repair. Faterias aren't cheap. Captram is in. Still no crossbow or bodkin, and there's the rocket cart out. Yeah, Captram was a complete waste for Vivi. Bonk. Shouldn't be. For intimidation, I mean, it's actually a good late Castle Age unit because Captram gives you blast damage on top of obviously just more damage overall. They see me rolling, they hatin'. Garrison and trees, what? Oh, the Ornlu wolf face instead of the T90 face. Yeah, the T90 already has his own face on a RAM. I can't just copy it. I was never really good at designing emotes. In fact, there was not very much I was actually good at when it came to anything stream related. Oh, feels Ornlu, man. Anyway, we got the rocket cart, we got the fire lancers. And Yo's doing fine. He's adding in another TC. But Vivi's eco is going to be a lot better. Life 2? I know, it's what makes it so sad. Well, Yo is going to clean everything up, but Vivi still has the Faderia, and he has a slight villager advantage. Eco upgrades are identical as well. And that Faderia is constantly churning out resources. But remember, a lot of those resources are stone, which doesn't really help you all that much. Yeah, Yo lost the Faderia. That was like half the point, actually most of the point of Vivi's attack. I think Folder did. Oh, sorry, Eel. I mean, I designed Ornlu a wolf, and that was about it. I don't think I designed any other emote, at least not originally.
Tayo?
Anyway, Cav Archer production here, I mean, it's okay. Admiral Yi! Somebody summon the good Admiral. How's my routine? What routine? Wait a minute, turtles are terrible against transport ships because they deal melee damage. And transport ships do have 4 melee armor. Wait, why are turtles so bad against transport ships, man? Job hunting routine? I didn't really do that much this summer because there aren't that many job openings available during the summer. I'm trying to get back on it now, though, and gonna try and do some other things. I've been starting to look up job fairs. I need to get another appointment with my career advisor with my university and try and get them to do something a bit more active than just, we'll look over your resume. I mean, I did a whole video on turtles. They're basically still the most population-efficient ship in the game. Job openings? There are very few openings right now, especially in my field. And that's even in DC. Like, I looked at Chicago for international affairs job openings on Indeed, and there's literally like 2 jobs available. Neither of which I'm qualified for. And hello, YouTube people. That's true. Maybe Admiral Yi should have been tried being more highborn. I think that would have helped his job opportunities. Anyway, the Cuban Navy coming in strong. Vivi still has that huge resources lead with his Faderia, though. But yeah, it's really depressing. YouTube's going well? Not really. I mean, I'm lucky if I'm making minimum wage right now. Still a lot of fire ships. I suck at the game, you bet I do. Splat.
Duty.
With no expenses? I still have expenses. I still have health insurance to pay for. I still have student loans to pay for. I still have, like, I don't know, $500+ a month in expenses. And that's just without me doing anything else, like, ever, like, going out to eat or something. Yep. Landing coming in here. With 4 villagers. Oh boy! Well, to be fair, there's nothing really to stop this. Do you delete the monastery too so the villagers can properly get around? Well, I don't pay rent necessarily, but I do help out my family financially when they need it. Yeah, the 4 villager castle drop, not the best idea ever. And Yo does have to cancel that. Now you can go for some kippers. And also you can just use the castle as like an additional archery range to mix in Kipchaks with your CA. Guess you get a conversion there. Again, resources are really kind of getting out of control in favor of Vivi. So honestly, the anti-Faderia play seems like it's working out pretty well. Siege Workshop coming in, but it's not like you're going to get to Imp anytime soon. I don't really think you're going to be able to deny all of that much eco, although I guess you do have a ton of villagers of Vivi's Idol right now. Is something. Now we're coming in. Dash is excited about something. It's a little bit of an odd game. I mean, Yo has lost 21 villagers. It's been a lot of very small-scale fights, though. But the Bills will punch down the guard tower. Don't think the monk should get an insta there. And indeed, it did not. Yeah, everything's falling apart here for Yo. And there he goes, tapping out. Hey, Vivi, gonna try and reverse sweep, Yo. Pog. Killing the Faderia, guys. Worked out great. Also, weren't we at 100 viewers earlier, man? 4th biggest AoE streamer, 3rd biggest English language streamer with 78 viewers. Feels Ornlu, man. Well, let's see what game number 5 is going to have in store for us. Looks like the other series hasn't started yet. So we'll see that. Anyway, I needed to take a quick break. Be right back. Alrighty. What's up? What's up? What's up? Alrighty, 2 minutes and we will be getting into game numero 5. For the next set, there isn't a 2-hour net cap. The next set should literally be starting right now. Although they might be waiting until this game is done, if they are both able to. Alrighty. Game number 5. Okay. Huh. Well, it's definitely a water map. Yo is going to be in the blue as the Italians to the west. They start with a Byrem. Oh boy. Wet hamburger? Something like that. In the east, in the red, is the Vietnamese. It will be Vivi. So you have these islands on the side as well. Overall resources, a little bit less gold than normal, and a lot more stone than normal. Okay, so for those who don't know the Vietnamese Navy, you do miss shipwright, and you miss fast fire ship, but you have everything else. So it's not like they have the worst navy in the world, but obviously we still just have to favor Italians here. One thing that Vietnamese are going to have going for them over Italians, though, is that they just have a better land army against the other. Oh, there's also markets to... or markets. Guys, this is called a market. There are docks to trade with.
Presto. Salve. Impero.
Impero.
Fine. Salve.
Aren't those the king voice lines?
Impero.
Impero.
Fine.
Fine.
Presto.
Harvest pandas? No! I'm pretty sure it's illegal in China to kill pandas in video games. Uh-oh. It's over, Anakin! I have the water high ground! Yo, stop paying attention! No! Oh my god, that's a disaster. The water high ground strikes again! There like barely is any elevation on the water, but it's there. Oh, that's not gonna feel good though for Yo. But yeah, the bumpy boy battle going to Vivi there. Oh no. Daughter's OP on water, yeah. After first blood was spilled, yeah. Them's the rules. Yeah, I mean, it's hyper-random stuff. Do sheep? Yes, they do. No repeat or full random? That's a good question. I don't know. All right, 40 seconds. Oh, it is full random? Okay. One second. Alrighty. What? What the heck? This has to be an admin re, right? Vivi's gonna be the blue Bengalis to the south, Yo the red Mongols to the north. Emperor in a litter. This is from Three Kingdoms. Got the litter, indeed. I mean, this has to be a re, right?
Adesh.
Right? I mean, I guess both players do have access to it. Right. Yeah. Would you call it ridiculous? I know I would. Although this is kind of an interesting matchup because Bengalis have a better eco than Mongols, obviously, as the game goes on. And Elephant Archers are not something Mongols actually like dealing with. It's like you want both Mangudai and Siege Onager, and obviously that's tough to get to. Only a little bit more gold than normal, although there is a lot more stone. Around triple the normal stone, maybe a little less than 20% more gold. Yeah, I mean, all Vivi needs to do is just eventually chop his way through, and then he'll have easy water access. I guess it's not an admin re, though, because if it was an admin re, it would have happened by now.
No.
Anyway, Vil going over to Doc. I doubt Vivi knows about it. Yeah, not even... Wait, did he lose his litter? Yeah. No idea if that was, like, specifically an admin re or someone else read, but it should be a re is the thing. Yeah, again, it should be a re. Reverse sweep. Yeah, I would have given that an admin re. Well, I mean, whatever the case, it should have been a re. You don't want a series like this to end because Yo has an easy fish boom relative to his opponent. Alrighty, oh my goodness, guys, look at this one. It's a triple siege tower! Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, guys. Alright, so, normal gold. Holy stone, Batman! Oh my goodness, it's so much stone. Oh my god. 56.6k stone? Again, a normal map has like 8k stone. That's wild. Lots of reeds with very little wood on them. Amsterdam, why?
Hey.
Well, Bohemians versus Dravidians. I mean, technically you can camp with ships in the late game. For the triple siege plan. I don't know, it still feels like Bohemians just kind of crushed Dravidians on land. The rush distance is pretty long. Getting stoned. Yeah, I feel like Bohemians should just be a lot better, right? All right. Yeah, some civ luck is very real.
سريع. நான் தயார்.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry guys. This is the game.
Sari.
It's all about the siege towers, guys. Eternally healing Dravidian elephants? I don't know about that.
Sorry.
Yo does have a little bit of idle time for some reason. Not really like it's that big of a deal, though.
Zdasz Bóg.
And already we can see Vivi starting to wall up. Now, it's a little hard to judge how easy a fast castle is on any of these maps because the food values are different. But it seems like there really isn't that much food, which might make a fast castle build a lot more difficult. Villa Siege Tower, I think they have the same movement speed, right? Yeah, 0.8.
என்ன கட்டளை?
Yo has a barracks out, though. Is he going to be going for a men-at-arm rush? Pre-siege tower stuff. That's true. That's a great point. You need a double wall already. The Heliopoli
Sari.
firing their ballista shots.
நான் தயார். என்ன
I don't know.
கட்டளை?
The Heliopoli felt kind of meh compared to the Egyptian catapults. Those guys were awesome. Alright, Feudalite is on the way here for Vivi. 23 pop. Now, I still don't think you can FC from this. Maybe those Zebra are going to be enough. But yeah, Yo could literally just Siege Tower hop over and harass Vivi's eco. So this feels a little unsafe. Yes, he is. You can lure with the Siege Tower. Small miracles happen every day. Quietly? Was it very quiet? I mean, it seemed pretty obvious. Atlanteans didn't have good siege.
Sari. என்ன கட்டளை?
Norse didn't have any siege at all, except the portable rams and the ballista. So it was really just between Egyptians and Greeks. And the catapult was definitely better than the Petrobulos.
உங்கள் சித்தம். சரி. உங்கள் சித்தம். Ano. என்ன கட்டளை?
Well, in come the militia. Again, there are literally siege towers. Okay, but that's why he's doing the double layer of walls. Oh, man. All right, defensive watchtower is incoming, but yeah, there's no way you can FC in this situation. Just not enough food. And all of the villager time that's required to
Jestem przyprawiona.
build the defenses. Yeah, fire siphons seem pretty bad. Unless you got the, whatever the upgrade was with Helios. I think that one was pretty good, but other than that, yeah, they're pretty bad. Oh, Siege Tower not going to work there. Healing destroyers? Yeah, I mean, the destroyers were certainly good versus buildings.
உங்கள் சித்தம். சரி.
I don't know why you're so worried. You know, you can literally just trundle in with the siege tower. Wait a minute, hold on. This isn't full walled. Does Vivi think this is full walled? Because it really isn't.
என்ன கட்டளை? சித்தம்.
And siege towers have a decent enough line of sight. Oh, no. Oh, Scotty doesn't know. The thing with AOM is that, like, it felt like every game just ended in Classical Age. It's kind of like the AoE 3 problem, right? Where it seems like every single game, especially as you got better, was just super, super fast. Oh my god. Oh, he's gonna escape! Jump! Oh, and now Vivi's housed too. Oh no. Yeah, I think the aggressive play is definitely the way to go on this map. The AoE 4? Well, AoE 4 I'm sure has up. Up. I'm sure AoE 4 has all the prize pool. Up. Blacksmith being denied. This is rough, guys. This is really rough. The power of the siege tower will not be gainsaid. 3 siege tower start. Well, you can see how effective the walling has been. Yo is not really walling much at all. Not much. Well, yeah, again, AoE 4 I'm sure has, still has a pretty good prize pool, right? And, I mean, it's still getting pushed pretty hard by World's Edge, I think. AOM, I think AOM was just, you have the single player releases, or the releases that are mostly focused on single player. I don't know how popular AOM multiplayer is still. I mean, Yo is even closer to Castle Age, guys. World's Edge? Forgotten Empires, basically, I think does everything now with AoE 4, yeah. I don't think Relic does a whole lot at this point. I don't even know what they do. Like, are they still in business? But yeah, World's Edge doesn't do development, right? They're just the publisher. Dawn of War 4. Okay, then they're, I'm sure, almost entirely focused on that. Oh, trying to secure gold right there with the watchtower. I mean, look at this eco difference, guys. Castle Age is now on the way for Yo. This game is a bit of a slip on a banana peel here for Vivi. It's just wrong approach. Wrong approach for the map. Not enough food to click up to Castle Age, and the triple siege tower makes the early walling not the best idea. Arson even coming in. There's like very little food left. Look at all those vills trying to gather from the forage bushes there. Meanwhile, Yo's happily with 10 farms, 6 villagers on the forage bushes, where there's still 1,300 food left on them. He's even taking that zebra still, getting horse collar. Vivi does find a way to click up, so I mean there certainly is value to that. But I fear that he's simply way too far behind in eco. So when, I mean, what are you gonna do when Uncle C-Tom comes for you? I mean, Dravidians certainly have the advantage in a map that's likely gonna be aggressive. But the rush distance is also kind of long. I mean, for a map like this, I'd probably consider Dravidians to be like a B tier civ, and Bohemians to be like a C tier civ. Siege Armenia's running wild on my stream. You just gotta accept it. You gotta roll with the siege towers, man. That's what they do best, is roll. Anyway, Yo's gonna go for some long swordsman, forward siege workshop, crossbowman, all at the same time. Who cares?
உங்கள் சித்தம் சரி.
Hoovering with it? No, you gotta roll with it, man. Look at those. Those are wheels that are rolling. Anyway, here come the longswordsmen, guys. With arson, they are gonna take down that watchtower very fast. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, he doesn't even have a barracks! Oh no! Mangonels are also queued up here. He was just going for it, man. Easily take down the market as well.
உங்கள் சித்தம் சரி.
I guess here we go.
என்ன கட்டளை?
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, well that's a little bit of the S word. Alas, for Vivi's chances here, 15% less efficient in eco, though, is absolutely wild. I mean, just look at this disaster for him. This wasn't even close. So, Yo will win the set still. So, you know, again, you just can't try and fast castle there. Not a great idea. Even laughed. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for me today. I will be back tomorrow, as I'm sure there will be more matches for HyperRandom, so definitely stay tuned for that. But thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll work more on that YouTube video, so I'll do that later today as well. But thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.